1300 GMT, the bid is back in core debt after Moody's downgrades Ireland by 5 notches. German business confidence hitting a 19-year high cannot mask concern over euro assets, peripheral spreads widen and bund yields fall as safe haven flows resume. Yields down to 3% before bouncing, but traders say a fresh test of that level now looks imminent. The initial boost to the euro from the IFO index numbers has faded. Euro dollar hit session highs above 133.50 before falling back a full cent. The Eurozone debt worries putting the heat on European stocks, especially financials. Benchmark indexes down and US futures point to a flat to lower open for Wall Street. EU leaders meeting in Brussels disappointing markets by failing to provide clear details of how a future bailout mechanism will work. Policymakers focused on laying foundations for a new stability fund rather than increasing the current bailout provisions. And a draft statement of the summit in Brussels says EU member states should now lengthen maturities of new bonds. Meanwhile, Moody's warning that Ireland could face further downgrades, putting pressure on Dublin to show it can make full use of its €85 billion bailout package. Speaking before the downgrade, IMF Managing Director Dominic Strauss-Kahn said Ireland needed to take ownership of the package.
I'm not asking the people to applaud and say, thank you, IMF. That will be a bit too much. But at least to understand that if we come to try to help them, it's because they're really in a bad situation. They're sick before we arrive. We're not the cause of the sickness. So if there's some ownership, then there's the probability of success is much higher.
In the US, the impasse over a $1.1 trillion spending bill rolls on after it was withdrawn last night. Reuters' Jen Rogers joins me now. Jen, what happens now on the spending bill?
It looks like there's going to be a temporary spending bill that goes through. You know, Harry Reid really recognized this outgoing Senate Majority Leader. He didn't have the 60 votes he needed to avoid a filibuster. So the Democrats now are conceding on this issue. They also did on the tax bill as well. In terms of what kind of impact this is going to have on the market, though, as you said, we are seeing futures lower. Some people are saying, look, this is going to go past on the weekend, but with frayed tempers, et cetera, there's still room for a little bit of disagreement between now and an expected Saturday vote. The issue on the market today is that it looks like this rally is already probably built in on this consensus. The Dow sits just below 11,500. Some people expecting some upward resistance there. The week ending with leading economic indicators from the Conference Board. We've got economists looking for a jump of 1.1% from 0.5%. It's a pretty good week, Axel, in terms of economic data, so we'll have to see how that pans out today if we get that to continue. Also look for Oracle. It's moving higher in the pre-market, and we've had no fewer than 5 banks raise their price target on that company after it beat earnings last night and raised its guidance higher for the coming year. Axel?
All right, Jen, thanks very much indeed. That is it from us for now, but stay with us for regular updates on the hour, including live coverage of the US leading indicator numbers at 1500 GMT. I'm Axel Threlfall. This is Reuters.